What are some of the hidden fees when buying a house today? Also, how much cash do you need to buy a house? What are some of the mistakes that I see buyers make every day? I'm Joey Stanberry, also known as the Bald Realtor. I have helped 300 families in the last 5 years buy and sell real estate. So I'm ready to help you. Okay, let's get into this. How much money is it actually going to cost you to get into a house in today's market? So first off, hidden fees. When you go to buy a house, you need to understand that before you sign on the dotted line, you will have to pay some fees. Once you go under contract and everybody signed and you're hip, hip, hooray, we got the contract signed, we're ready to go through the deal, you need to understand that there are some things you're going to have to pay for up front. For example, you're going to have to come up with earnest money. Earnest money is typically 1% of the purchase price that you're putting in escrow to show good faith that you're serious about buying the house. But you could lose it if you back out. The other thing you need to understand is you're going to have to pay the option fee. An option fee is where you pay a fee, small fee, for the seller to remove the house from the market so that you can do your due diligence, have your inspection, and then negotiate any repairs that might be needed. The option fee can range anywhere from $100 to $500. I mean, I've even seen them when the market's going crazy, go all the way up to $1,000. So understand the earnest and option fee have to be paid within 3 days of the contract being executed. So you have 3 days to get the earnest money and the option fee to the title company to be held in escrow. That's how we do things in Texas. The third thing that I want you to understand and remember is that you have to pay for an inspection. Now, if you're buying a brand new home, some people say, I don't need an inspection. By not getting the inspection, you run the risk of moving into a lemon, moving into a house that has all kinds of issues. Plus, when the appraiser comes to do their appraisal, it could fail the appraisal inspection. Yeah, there's one of those too. So take the time, get the inspection. Inspections, they can range anywhere from $500, $600, $700, $800. The good thing is those hidden fees, the earnest money and the option money both go to the purchase of the house. So they do become a part of your down payment and or closing costs. So keep that in mind. Now, second, show me the money, right? How much cash do you need to buy a home in today's market? So there are different loan programs that you can go for. You can get a VA. You can go USDA. Both of those are governmental loans that have zero out of pocket. So we're talking zero down payment. You could still be asked to pay some closing costs, but you're talking zero out of pocket for the down payment. Then you have an FHA loan and a conventional loan. An FHA loan, minimum of 3.5% down. Minimum of 3.5% down. The conventional loan is going to be 3, 5, 15, 20%. All four loans have different out-of-pocket expenses. Understand that that's your cash cost. Now, you've got the down payment. We talked about the down payment percentage. So there's other things that are a part of your cash to close. Something else I want to mention is prepaids. So prepaids would be your taxes and your insurance. You're going to have to pay those. Now, taxes are paid in the arrears here in Texas. So you have to pay up front. If you close in January or if you close in December, obviously those prepaids are going to be based upon when you're closing. Something else to think about is the appraisal. The appraisal is going to be a requirement from the lender. It could be paid up front, or most of the times it's a part of the down payment or the closing cost. You're going to have to pay the doc prep from the title company. You're going to have to pay some of the escrow fee. You're going to have to pay those fees in addition to any HOA transfer. So homeowners association in Texas is huge. And I'm probably getting a lot of eye rolls here because we hate paying it. Like, we don't like paying for the HOA. What does it do? We don't even know. I don't think they know, but we have to pay it, right? So we have to pay the transfer fee, the reserve fee, this fee, and that fee. So you understand HOA, you have to pay it, right? It's going to be part of your closing costs. The title insurance is something that if the market is hot, when the market was going crazy in 21, 22, we had the buyer always paying the title policy. Well, the title policy is an insurance policy for the deed on the house. You're making sure there's nothing going on, right? So typically the seller pays that. But if the market is hot, when you see this video, your real estate agent may come to you and say, hey, we might want to pay this fee for the seller to help them. So understand that. So again, cash to close. You have the down payment, could range depending on what loan. You have your prepaids, and then you have your closing expenses from the title company, HOA, and other things. So understand that's your cash to close. It's all going to vary based upon purchase price, based upon the time you buy. So all these things impact how much you're going to be paying, what the expenses are going to be at the time. Hey, come here. I got to tell you something. Did you know that 100% of the people watching my first video, this video, are not subscribed? So do this bald man a favor and subscribe today. Okay, the moment you have all been waiting for. I'm here to tell you a little secret. A secret that if you clicked off this video, you would not hear, number one. Number two, this is information that no one else is going to give you. Only me. Here it is. The common mistakes that I see buyers making all the time. One, understand in your contract, you can have the seller pay for you to have a home warranty. What? Did you just hear me? You can have the seller give you money. Here you go. Here's money. Go buy yourself a warranty, a home warranty. I'm talking that warranty can be $500 to $1,000 is what you need to make sure is written in your contract. Talk to your realtor, say, hey, realtor, I need you to make sure this is in the contract, that we're getting a service warranty, service contract warranty, depending on the area you're in, for $1,000. So that is going to go, and you're going to be able to pick what warranty company you get. There's lots of different warranty companies out there to choose from. So pick one that fits your needs best, and you will have that warranty for the first year that you own that home. All right, that's number one. Number two, let's talk about an incredible incentive that you can take advantage of, and it don't cost you a thing. What is it you say? It's called a temporary rate buydown. So how do you get this rate buydown? How does that work? So right now in the market we're currently in right now, inventory is sitting. So to get inventory to sell, sellers are trying every way possible to get a buyer enticed enough to come view the house, put an offer in, and go under contract. So sometimes that means where the seller will have to give up a little more money to the buyer, again, in the market we're in right now. Not the market it was in 21 and 22, but the market we have right now, a buyer can come in and take advantage of this market a little bit and say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, I want you to give me $15,000 to help buy my rate down. So let's unpack that a little bit. What does that look like? What that does is if you get that $15,000 to buy the rate down and you do a 2-1 rate buy down, instead of having a 6.5% interest rate for the first year it goes to 4.5%. So you save 2%, right? That equates to a lot of money when you're talking about a $400,000 house. For the second year, it goes to 5.5% interest. And for the third year, hopefully you've refied by then, but the third year, it goes to the qualified 6.5% interest rate. So this is something you could do to save you a ton of money, and it may just be free to get that money. So it's just about having your realtor. If you don't have a realtor, call me, right? But if you do have a realtor, go to them and ask them, hey, can you talk to me about a rate buy down, temporary rate buy down, and let's talk about how I can take advantage of that. So that's number two. Number three that I want to talk to you about, and I'm most excited about this because here in Texas, it is a problem. Tax rate. Property taxes are ridiculous. So tax rates in Texas are different because we have something called MUD, or we have something called PID. They're just disgusting terms, and I don't even like to mention. Makes me want to throw it thinking about them because they cost us so much money, and we're just padding the pockets of developers. That's something. That's you know what? That's the topic for a different video. So stay tuned. We're gonna put a video out for that sometime. But anyway, getting back, we have different taxes for different neighborhoods. Heck, we got different taxes for different streets. Like if you live on this street, you could be paying 3%. If you live on this street, you could be paying 4%. You just never know. So it's important to do your research. But let me give an example. There are two communities in the suburbs of Dallas where I live, okay? One community has a tax rate of 3%. 3. And you'd be like, oh, that ain't that much. I'm about, yeah, it is. It's a lot of money. But then you have another community that has a tax rate of 1.5%. The crazy thing is the community that's 1.5% is a nicer, more established community than the one with 3%, okay? So let's talk about the money. If you go to the new community that has a 3% and you buy a $500,000 house, a $500,000 house, okay, which is common in the suburbs where I'm at right now, $500,000 house equates to a $15,000 tax bill for the year. What? That is $1,500 per month. That's as much as people pay for rent, okay? That's crazy. Now you go buy a $500,000 house in the other neighborhood that's more established and nicer, has a higher price point, but the taxes are 1.5. Okay, I bet you could do the math. That saves you half. It's literally half the money. This comes out to $600 plus per month in savings, over $700 a month in savings. So it is so vital and so important to do your research or have your realtor, who you pay, to do your research, to do their research and find out what the tax rate is for that neighborhood. But you can also do yourself. Just look up the Central Appraisal District for your neighborhood and put that address in there. If you search by address, I bet you can find it and you can find the tax rate. You know what? You can even find out what the tax rate for the school is. You can find out if there is a mud, there is a pit, all these specs, you can find out. And the last thing, I'm not leaving you empty-handed. I'm going to give you something for watching this video. So I want to give you a buyer and seller's guide today. I want to give you something in your hands, tangible, that can help you navigate the hard waters of buying a home. If you like this video, make sure that you click on this one up here where I'm going to share some things that you don't want to say to your realtor when you're choosing someone to represent you.